Hi, so it's me again. I thought I would try and do a little bit more to this painting that started as a demonstration at a workshop. And I thought I would look at the photo of this daisy on my phone and make this daisy more substantial. I like working on paintings that I've started as demonstrations because I can somehow remember, some part of me anyway remembers the energy that I had at them. You know, I love um there's something kind of fresh and alive about doing something in front of others. You just have to make something happen, like, and I think that somehow informs the work as well. Like, it makes it a little bit more alive or something like that. Now I'm gonna see if I can make a greyish color for the petals that aren't that bright, and then we can end with some of the lighter. I think I maybe just avoid using water. No, sorry, avoid using white and use water instead, maybe, to describe the grey, the slightly grey tones that I'm seeing in the shadows of the daisy's petals here. I'll just bring it a bit closer. So it's ultramarine blue and raw umber is the brown I'm using today, I think. And this is acrylic paint. I'm going to put in the shadows that I see in this one that I'm looking at in the photograph. And I'm erring on the side of making the shadows bigger than they are, I suppose, because you can always eat back in with the light. And it gives the light more oomph, kind of thing, if there's enough dark in there. Now some of these do need some white because it's I need to put some white paint into that mix because it's the dark background color that's there, and I want it to read as grey, not white, but not dark either. So I wasn't able to, like, in that area I was just using the blue and brown mix because the white of the paper was diluting the color, whereas here I need to let the white paint thicken up, and I need to let the white paint thicken up the color so that it'll work over the dark, like. And then these four really seem to be quite bright. Except maybe when it turns that way, it gets a bit dark. That petal, not that low down, it's about there. This might be one where it would be helpful to use the oil paint after to make them even brighter, the light petals on the flowers. Let's see. Now the next step for me, I'd say, would be to do something with the let's get some kitchen paper, to do something with the dark in between the petals coming in from the background. So I'm mixing the Old Faithful blue and brown mix together. Try and make sure that this is dry enough. And I'll start with the most obvious gap in the flower there, that one. twirling in from outside. Sure, I've got the right angle on it. And then it goes straight down here. Explain the edge of that petal. And then there's another one here. I don't know if that's quite as long, that petal. Now let's see. A bit shorter, yeah. And then the stem is kind of here. Right. There's a few more areas now where I could use that dark. It's a bit unsettling because I'm just going to use the tools. Oh, I can't. I was going to say I was going to use the tools to turn it in the direction I want it to go in. I'm kind of having to guess. Tilt of it there. Okay, that's fine. There's a shadow underneath this one. And then there's a dark in between those two as well. Mm-hmm. It's probably a little bit taller, this one. Just let that dry before going back to explain the edge of it now. As I put it on with my finger, I can capture the edge of this one here. Now it tilts down the way. And there's a little gap. That. And then there's two smaller ones. And there's quite a significant triangle again. But do it being light. Let's see. Yeah. I think this where am I now? I just hear there's a light petal. It's brighter than that, but it's just for now to indicate it for myself. And I think the one that's opposite that shoots out quite a bit more. I've got a bit more length on that one. Here's Maisie. I'm just going to look at the whole thing there now. I think that's okay. And then I don't know whether to do something more to that gerbera or to put a couple of more daisies in. I think I could do something with the gerbera if I can find an image. But I'm also going to lighten up the I might as well lighten up that daisy a bit now, put in the brighter petals. But I think I've almost got a lemon yellow hint to them. I'll try the cadmium with that. Yeah, I think the cadmium's okay. Sorry, I'm trying to mix cadmium yellow with it there to give it a little bit more of a shine. I need more white in there though. It's not that yellow. It's just got a hint of lemon yellow as far as I can see in the photo. It's about that bright. Second guessing myself now because I'm thinking maybe it needs to be a bluer. Maybe it needs to be a bluer white that's there. And also I seem to have, oh no, I haven't. I thought I'd put on an extra petal, but I just made that one too long. There's this other one here. Like I'm loading quite a lot of paint onto the brush there and then turning it over and just placing it on rather than really painting it on. I'm trying to do anyway. Keep it kind of, to keep it thick enough that it reads as light. I'm just going to stand on the chair and see it from a distance because it's fierce. It's fierce and kind of particular looking in comparison to the liveliness of the others. That's a bit better. Yeah, it doesn't need all that detail really. That's everything else will have to be made that clear. But I do want to try just using blue with the white instead of the yellow. I suppose it might be better off taking the yellow off the brush first though. Put some more. Let's see. Sorry for shaking you there. I seem to have put everything on the other side of the camera. Sorry. Okay, that's the last time. Right, so now I'm going to make a bit of blue white for those petals instead of the yellow white and see how I get on with that. Just move everything out of the way now and see have I got enough information there, not too much. Something about that block is annoying me a little bit, that area of kind of solid paint. just lift it off a little bit. And then I can put on the touches of the blue white instead, which I seem to prefer. Yeah, it's okay. Something to be done is, I think, still on the left there. I'm just going to do something with the dark background color, maybe. Oh, the picture's gone. There it is. Yeah, I think I want to kind of refine the edge of this side a little bit. That's enough now, I think. What will I do now next, I wonder? What next? I was thinking about the Jarbra, but in second thoughts, I think it's okay. And that little daisy there is kind of appealing to me, that one. I wonder if I might just stick that in and see how we get on with it. I think I'll try that. So I'll just go for the center first anyway. I think here is good. So it's not going to be interrupting the other flowers, but it'll move nicely up from that one. So the center is brighter than the other one was. Cadmium yellow. It's a bit more red than yellow though, I think. As in, I think the yellow needs a bit more red in it. On the left side anyway. Okay. Now, I'll use my slightly smaller brush. I'll keep doing this with it. And make that grey colour again that I might describe the petals that are in the shadow. But of course I need this time to use more white because the background here isn't at all white. So I'm going to need to make the grey colour to let it sit over the background that's here already. Okay. Lovely white one shooting up there, and I'm going to leave a gap for that. And then there's these other ones, there's a bunch together that are greyish. And then there's a bunch that are lighter grey. I'm going to skip them as well and go along to the next dark section. These are quite long now, these ones. And then below them, I'm going to do the lighter ones that are here too, because these are slightly, a little bit muted, but a little bit brighter than the ones on either side of them. It works with the colour and the brush at the moment. And then these ones in the front also, they've got a funny kind of a shape because they're coming out at us. Foreshortened. Whereas they're just crumpled up petals, I don't know if they need to be made like that on a shorter. I'm going to the framer today to get some things some things mounted, like sketches that I have. A few of them are from the October playlist actually. And I'm mounting them for the exhibition in the handmade pop-up gallery shop in Roslyn. Never know quite what to call it. Obviously, I've been seeing all those names. It's like there's pottery by Sarah Kirkier, and there's jewellery, beautiful jewellery by artist and jeweller Rona Petrie. And I'm excited to see what they're going to make because their work is gorgeous. And I'm going to have some framed, some unframed original work, and some things that have been printed as well. And I have lots of cards. I print some of my paintings that I'm happiest with on cards or artist prints. So I'll have some of them hopefully. I definitely have cards anyway. It might be a bit late to be asking the printer to do the artist prints, so we'll see. But there's another few things too. I've got cushions and stuff that the Glasgow School of Art have made for me. They're really brilliant at printing, and so they'll be linen backed velvet cushions and filled with duck feather. Yeah, so I'm excited about them. I had them done before and they were really good quality. I love the way that they print the colour. The colour on velvet seems even more saturated, so it's even deeper in tone. I'm putting in the lightest tones now. This is still all acrylic. That leg up is a bit dominant, isn't it? Okay. Some lights are helpful, some lights aren't, depending on the picture where it is. Well, sometimes it's worth subduing some of the brightness. And I think because of the lively beginning, it being a demonstration piece at the start, I think it calls for a light touch, a lively touch still now. Not to be getting too kind of, focused and concerned about it. Like, I think it still needs to have that air of breathing space, freedom, all that. Now, I'm going to do something too with the background here again. The dark colour in the background, I think, can help sometimes to finalise the position of things. And it's a little more brown because I don't have enough brown in the blue there. So this painting has got collage pieces and everything in it. Bit of everything thrown at it. Painted paper collage and ink and stencils were used. You can see some of those are made of stencils. I like using stencils as a quick way to explain jumbled foliage. A nondescript edge can sometimes be described with stencils. I forget where I was when I did this painting, but it was probably at Kenzie. And I did a flower painting workshop there. There's a few more of them coming up in the diary, for next year if you wanted to drop any heavy hints for people for Christmas. You can get a voucher for a workshop with me in Mackenzie House. I also do one-to-one. This is turning into a manifesto. I also do one-to-one coaching. Okay. That's it now, I think. I wonder, do I need to put a bit more brightness? If I am going to brighten up those daisies, I think the next step would be to use oil in them. I'm just going to stand up in my seat again now and have an overview. Yeah, kind of like that. Usually I kind of feel like we need to have 3 daisies if you've got usually I think that there needs to be a third, you know, like a florist would do. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn the painting so I can see the third one. So the third one here now is says 1, 2. The third one would be there, which might work. Yeah, I think, do you know what? I'll just do it. I'll just do the last one. I need to change my water. And I'll say goodbye to you for a second. And I'll come back and do the next one then. So those are, not going to let me zoom in. Those are the two finished just now. Okay, see you soon.